Hi everyone, again. I have live stream on Instagram and live class on Zoom. If you want to ask me questions and stuff like that, you can join Zoom anytime. You can find the link in my Instagram. You can swipe up and sign up right now and you will have the Zoom link. And if you have questions from Instagram, you can use button over there. Yeah, you can just press this button and ask the question. Okay, so we have 25 people in Zoom right now, and let's start our class. So first, I want to start with the questions to you guys. Feel free to unmute your microphone and tell me, please, which problems did you have with the Mouthfill? By the way, like people who don't know what Mouthfill is, you can listen, you can learn, but today class is for freedivers who already tried Mouthfill at least once in their life. Okay, and everyone usually have some problems with Mouthfill. So guys, please feel free to unmute my microphone and tell me, please, which problems did you have during the Mouthfill?
I can start.
Okay. What is your name?
Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Hi. Sometimes I still have some air left in my mouth, but it seems that I can't use it. Like it is there. I'm trying to equalize, but I can't.
Okay, so this is first problem. So when we have air and it looks like it's stuck, it's like you trying to equalize and it's like, oh, I have air, it's like full cheeks, but like I can't use it. Okay, it's first problem.
Yes.
Who want to share with us other problems?
Hi guys, Vladimir. I would like to share my problem maybe at some point at some depth or like at some point when I have less air in my mouth, it gets sucked into the stomach. Like at the beginning everything fine, but at the end it gets sucked into the stomach and yeah, that's all. Turn around and come back.
So if I understood you correctly, you're just swallowing, right?
Yeah, swallowing, yeah.
Yeah, so you have this air and at some point you're like, oh,
yeah.
It's no air anymore, I can't equalize, right?
Yeah. If I'm not like blocking something spare in front of me, like in front of the part, I will suck everything, swallow everything, yeah.
Okay, it's second problem. Who else want to share? Yes, please, I see a hand. Celia, right? You can just unmute microphone.
Okay, yes, yes. I didn't do a lot of, yes, I can speak now, no?
Yes,
you hear
yes.
me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So when I tried it, yes, I had some hair in my in the cheek, but I could not equalize. So I just use it to finish my SSI 3, and after I just forget it for a while and just dive with the frenzy because I didn't manage.
You're breaking up. Yeah, you're breaking up.
Even with air inside my.
Okay, if I understood correctly, it's similar to first problem. So you have air in your cheeks, but you can't use it. So it's like stuck in over there, right? So we can't hear Celia. Who else want to share some problems?
Hey.
Hey.
What?
Celia, can you hear us? Okay, we had some problems. Okay, so let's continue then. Okay, so most divers has problems with the mouthfill because they losing mouthfill. It's most of the time people losing mouthfill. And when you're not losing mouthfill, you want to keep it and you go in deeper. You know that you have this air, but you can't use it, right? So this is two main problems, and other problems also, like if anyone will ask me about other problem, we also will talk about other problems. So the problem with the air that's stuck in your okay, let me press mute. Okay, so right now I mute everyone to with all the microphones are muted, and I will unmute everyone a little bit later. Okay, so I will focus today about mostly about another problem, the second problem that we mentioned, that you losing the swallowing mouthfeel. But first, I want to answer the question about the air that stuck here, and like you have it, but you can't use it, right? This means that your glottis and other soft palate, they not working well. It means you need to train your muscles inside your this part, I don't know, inside your mouth, right? So it means that sometimes your air here, but you can't move any muscles inside. So you can't move soft palate or anything like that. Glottis, I just mentioned glottis. If you will open glottis, you will swallow. So this is two main muscles that you're using during the mouthfill, soft palate and glottis. And to train soft palate and glottis as well, you can use equalization tool. You can find an equalization tool on Molchanovs website, and you can use it to train. But today I'm not doing the EQ tool training. I think Alexei will do it, or he already did it. And today I will focus more on awareness about what you're doing under the water. So how we're using meditation techniques to help to keep your mouth filled. And also we will train a little bit negative O2 training for mouthfill. So this is something that very advanced, and I will explain you how to start with that and how to practice and how to be careful with that and how it will improve your mouthfill, including training of the glottis. So EQ tool mostly helping you to control your soft palate and of course other muscles, but soft palate mostly. And exercises for glottis, like when you're swallowing, it's not there, like, I mean, it's not really popular or people not talking about them. That's why I decided to talk more about that part. And first, I want to tell you guys like who I am, if you don't know. So I started freediving just about 3 years ago. And right now I already have 7 national records. And one of the records with the bifins, it's 97 meters with the bifins. And I reached already 97 meters, I mean, official record, and I reached already 99 meters. And the main problem for me was mouthfill. And I was trying to learn, okay, what I can do with the mouthfill. I'm swallowing all the time. And yes, also I had problems sometimes, really rare, when I can't use my air. And it's happening like really deep sometimes, and like, oh, I should go back, I can't equalize. So first, this is we're talking about concentration, okay? If you were listening my class about meditation for freediving, you learned a little bit about what meditation is, like in general, and I will remind a little bit right now. So meditation is when you're doing something that you're not doing in your regular life, when you're focusing on something that you're not focusing in regular life. So for example, when you're walking, you usually never think about how you're walking, how you're moving your muscles, right? When you're exercising in the gym, usually you're not thinking how your muscles working, yeah? When you holding your breath, you're usually not thinking about your contractions or something like that. You just say, oh, it's painful, oh, I have contractions. So meditation, it's something that you're starting to absorb when you're not usually absorbing, right? When I'm doing deep dives with the Mouthfill, I'm not talking about the preparation, about the visualization, other things. It's not meditation. So I do meditation during my dive, during kicking down, while I'm looking on the rope. I'm doing my concentration on my Mouthfill, because it's very important for me, because I was losing this Mouthfill a lot of times. And what I do, so all my focus, all my concentration goes to this part, yeah? So I'm absorbing all the feelings inside my mouth. I absorbing every movement that's over there. Of course, if your dive's not automatic yet, so like you still have to concentrate to some parts, for example, how you're kicking or how you're pulling or stuff like that. But if you're already doing this automatically, which is usually like that after some amount of trainings, you really can concentrate on your problems, yeah? And one of the problems for me was the Mouthfill. And I was concentrating to my mouth, and I was listening sounds, if it makes sense. So for example, sometimes when I went down, I was hearing the sound like sound. It's tiny bubbles. They were starting to go through my glottis inside my lungs, and I was thinking, oh my God, what's going on? This is the problem. How I can fix it? So this is the problem with the glottis, yeah? Sometimes usually after, I don't know, like 60-70 meters, I was swallowing and I don't have air. This is also kinda glottis problem, because after you pass in the residual volume, when your air compressing, and then you have like this amount of air in your lungs trying to suck this air from your mouth, because it's a difference of the pressure, yeah? And sometimes also you can't use your Mouthfill, your air, because of the difference of the pressure. And one of the tricks, if you have that kind of problem, if you can use your soft pellet normally, if you're using everything normally, but you have difference of the pressure, and that's why you can't use your air, sometimes you can just move air back and forth like that during your dive. But you have to be really aware how you're doing that to not swallow this air. It's also like tricky a little bit. But if you will move your air time to time, like for example, each like 2-3 seconds, you can improve problems with the air that's stuck in your mouth. Okay. Okay. I have a question here. I will. So Alex, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Yeah, the question is, I don't know how you take your Mouthfill and how do you use it. Everybody use it a bit different. So my question is, can you share more info how you use it? Where you take your first fill, then when you do the refill, when is your last fill? How do you use it? Is it constant pressure or you are using sequential like what first, jaw first, then cheeks, or other way? It's interesting how do you use it?
Okay.
You know,
So
a lot of ways to use it.
I understand the question. I'm gonna mute again, everyone. Yes, I was struggling with that too. I mean, like at the beginning, I was thinking, okay, I can do the Mouthfill like not really full cheeks because like it looks like enough, like it's fine. But when I used to train with Carlos Costa, we together figured that the best for me, the Mouthfill works when I'm refilling few times between approximately 10 and 20 meters or 15, 25. So I'm doing my like mostly in the most on the most competitions I'm starting my first Mouthfill at 12 meters, and I'm refilling constantly this Mouthfill till the next 10 meters. So I'm doing like that. So small reverse blocks, reverse packs. I'm refilling until I will hear the sound from a computer that it's already, for example, from 12 to 22. So it's like, if it's 22, usually I'm like, okay, this is last one. I'm making sure that I have full mouth of air, and I'm making sure that I have the good pressure in my air. I mean, in my mouth. So if I'm refilling just like this, it's like not enough. When I refill, like with a really good pressure, it's working better usually. And yes, some divers, they feeling, then they going down and they refilling, and that's it. So for me, was the best is the feeling, refilling, then that's it. So last one. Also, I figured that before first fill of the Mouthfill, I have to relax. So that's why I started to do my Mouthfills about 15 meters when I'm like 100% negative. So I'm already sinking. And at 15 meters, first what I'm doing, I'm stopping all the movements. So I'm just relaxing. I'm making sure that I'm relaxed. And I'm starting my Mouthfill, and I'm focusing only on the Mouthfill. Then between 15 and 25, in this case, I'm refilling. It can be like 10 small refills, it can be 5 small refills. It depends also how I'm feeling, because I'm trying to listen myself. I'm not just like refilling because I have to refill. I'm listening what I'm doing. I'm focusing what I'm doing. And about 25 meters, sometimes I'm doing one more kick or one more pull, or I'm just, if I feel that I'm already in a good speed or like it's enough, I'm just relaxing, and that's it. And I'm still focusing on my Mouthfill to keep it, because you know that air in your cheeks like that at the beginning, and then it goes slower. I mean, a lower amount of air, and you have to manage this like little amount of air to equalize your ears all the way down. And it can be any depth. It can be 70, 80, 90, 100 and more. Yeah. I was asking Alexei also, like when he's doing his last Mouthfill, if I remember correctly, I don't know, I may be wrong. I think he told me about 23 meters, something like that. So, but he also like sometimes changing like his technique. It's not constant all the time because also he's absorbing what's going on and what he had to change. And this absorbing all the time, it's very important to improve your mouthfill. Okay. Yeah, we have another question.
Yeah, I want to ask you the subsequent, how do you use it? Do you use a constant pressure of your mouthfill, or constantly try to constantly open the eustachian tubes, or you are using sequential opening like pulses in your cheeks and jaw?
Okay, so usually, so at the beginning, when I was diver beginner, I was using constant pressure because it was easy for me like to do constant pressure. I can open my eustachian tubes and like it feels good and it feels nice. But when I started to go deeper, this constant pressure makes you tired. It's really tiring, yeah? So you like opening your muscles, you're using your muscles to open your eustachian tubes, and you have to keep it for a few minutes. I mean, like not few minutes, even like 1-2 minutes on the way down. It's kind of hard. That's why I'm using a combination. So on the way down till about 80 meters, I'm using pumps. Yeah, so I'm pumping my ears each like second, maybe like each 1.5 seconds. So it's like pump, 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 and I'm moving and opening my ear. I mean, normalizing the pressure. And when I'm closer to 80 meters, sometimes about 70, 80 meters, it's I figured that when I was testing my mouthfill, at that point, when you have very, very low amount of air, is the best, but it's for me the best, maybe for you as well, I don't know. I'm opening my eustachian tubes and I'm trying to keep that air open for last, for example, 10 meters. And this works for me much better because also like when you almost don't have this air, when you're trying to pump, sometimes it's just not enough air to pump again because it's moving air back and forth. But when you're opening your eustachian tubes, it's always constantly equalizing, but you don't have to keep it open for a few minutes. You have to keep it open for like 10 seconds or maybe 15 seconds. It like depends how deep you're going. Okay. Any other questions, Alex? Okay, perfect. Okay, so focusing on what you're doing on the way down is very, very important. And sometimes if you saw my videos, like not sometimes, like from like my few last competitions, you can see my arm over here. Why I'm doing that? It's two reasons why I'm doing that. First, when you put in your hand like that, you're protecting yourself from thermocline. So like it's very, very easy, but it's protecting. So some people, they're using big goggles to protect eye area from the thermocline when water changed temperature from warm to cold. But I'm using my hand, so it's very easy because like you put in a hand like that, and this part, and this part, making your receptors here feel like it's warm. So that's why it's working. It's very simple, but it's working. And second reason why I'm doing that, because when I'm putting my hand here, I'm focusing more on my mouthfill. So it's like direction to my body to focus here. Everything else doesn't matter. So put your arm here, your hand here, and focus on your mouthfill. So it's doing two things at the same time. So, but you have to make sure that you in a nice position. So it's close to your body, yeah? You don't have any, like if you will do like this, you will drag water, yeah? If you will do like that, it will be fine, okay? So it may work for you, it may not work for you, but you can try, yeah? And if it's helping for thermocline, it's already good. If it's helping for more focusing, it's also nice, right? And also you should choose the most relaxing position on the way down as you can. So some divers, they trying to copy Alessia and trying to go down all the way down with this position. For Alessia, it's good position. She was testing for her the long time, yeah? But for most divers, this position is not relaxing position for free fall. It's very hard to go down all the way down with this position, okay? That's why you have to choose the most relaxing position that you can, because relaxation and concentration, it's the vital parts of the mouthfill of the free fall. So what I started to do, I started to put my arm here and rope over there, like just like it's touching me over here so I can feel where I'm going to. I'm closing my eyes because with the closed eyes, you're also more relaxed. And also you're not affected with the darkness. For example, if you have dark area or something like that, you don't really have to look at the rope if you feel it here. And you can, with the other hand, you can just a little touch, like feel the rope like close to your hand, but just don't grab it because you will be disqualified if it's competition. So this is like one of the ways like how I'm doing the relaxation and how I'm free falling with the closed eyes, because for me it's working better. So closed eyes, hand here, and all the attention, all the focus on the mouthfill, and it works better. And that way I progressed for 3 years to almost 100 meters. So I already at 99 meters. For a lot of divers, as I heard, this is like hard part, and it takes a long time to learn. So I'm sharing now like what I learned, and it maybe will be helpful for you too. Any questions so far? Let me. Okay, now you guys can. Now you can guys unmute yourself if you have questions. Okay, got you. I will try next time. Thanks. And I will have also a little bit practicing of the negative O2 training for mouthfill. What happens inside your mouth when you keep your mouth filled? Okay, so what's happening? So air compressing in my mouth, and I'm trying to feel this air, like I'm trying to understand where right now this air, is it on the front, is it on the back, is it somewhere else? I'm trying to be as more aware as I can about my air. It's first. Second, about what my muscles doing. So I'm focusing on the feelings inside my mouth. So if I feel that some muscles can't move or some discomfort, next time I'm trying to fix that. And also I'm trying to not be like upset about that. I'm just learning all the time. Do you do any dry exercises to make your mouth feel better? If yes, what exercises? I'm gonna show you today my main dry exercise for mouthfill. It's negative O2 training. I don't know, guys, if you heard about that, because it's not that popular exercise. So right now, anyone can unmute yourself if you want to ask the question. And if no question, we will move forward to practice dry mouthfill exercise.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I really want to thank you first for all what you're doing. Really appreciate. Second thing is that I'm a beginner in freediving. I used to do apnea, like going horizontally. And since I subscribed to your page on Instagram, I really got inspired by all what you did. I was like amazed. So I tried to go down for like 5, like up to 10, if I guessed right. And I would like just to have some piece of advice. What should I avoid, like mistakes, not to get injured, because I felt some kind of lot of pressure, and what to avoid, and what exercises that help me to hold breath, knowing that I can keep breath for more than 2 minutes.
Okay.
As a beginner, it's been a year, working out twice a week.
Okay, it's good.
Thank you.
I have a question to you. Do you have any trainer? Do you have any instructor who you're training with?
Not really.
Not really. So the first and main rule in freediving: never dive alone. Never.
Okay.
So find a buddy who also like freediving. The best way is to find instructor, because instructor will advise you about the safety and everything. And also, if you will subscribe to Adam's course on, so if that link where you subscribed, you can find course Adam Stellas. He has basic freediver course for free right after subscribing. So you can just subscribe to his class. He will have online class on the April 16th. And in the meanwhile, you will have the YouTube link with the basic course, and he explaining all the basics in his YouTube class. Okay.
Thank you. Спасибо. Thank you.
But the main, never dive alone, because most injuries or death happening because freedivers trying to do by themselves some stuff, and they blacking out in the water. And when you're blacking out by yourself, what's happening? Yeah, so you need body. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Okay. And what about the exercise that I can except running, because I do run. So except that, is there any kind of exercise that helps me being able to hold more breath?
Yeah, you can do at home dry training with the apnea tables. It's CO2 tables, O2 tables, and today I'm gonna show O2 tables for mouthfill. It's like advanced, it's very advanced, but you also can learn and just Google or on YouTube go check O2 like CO2 tables, because CO2 tables it's the best for breath hold. Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So any other questions? If yeah, I can.
Yes, I have one question regarding to what I say earlier, that what could I do, like, because I went only diving until 30 meters with my mouthfill, and it was very difficult, and I had hair, but I didn't manage to equalize. So after I went back to 35, but with Frenzel. So what could I do to improve the mouthfeel at the depth? That it's like I have I have hair inside, but I don't manage too much to equalize.
So you can do two things. So first, you should get equalization tool. It's a little thing with a balloon, and you can do dry training with the balloon. Do you have it or no? Yeah.
I have it. I tried it already with my instructors. I have it. I tried different exercise with my instructors, but
yeah, but
not
it's
maybe all the exercise, but some of them, and I didn't improve too much.
It's the same.
So
like
after I just say, okay, now I stopped.
Okay.
And I went for Frenzel for a while.
Okay, got it. So it's the same as you go into the gym. So you need to use equalization tool, for example, every day during 21 days. Why 21? Because during the 21 day, you're usually learning everything. Yeah, so like if you want to adjust, if you want to learn, if you need the muscle memory, 21 days straight every day, little exercise, it will help you a lot. So just get this equalization tool, and every day you can focus on one exercise. So you don't have to do all the exercises, all the groups of exercises. Every day you can focus on one exercise, and you can find these exercises on YouTube, on Molchanovs website. And the equalization tool, if you don't have it, you can buy it in the Molchanovs website. And this helps you to manage all the muscles inside your mouth. Yeah. So, but you need everyday exercises at least 21 days. And in this case, you will have big improvements. Okay. And second exercise is what I'm going to show right now. So this exercise helps you to not lose your air. So when we have this problem, when you're going down and everything great, everything nice, and one moment, I don't have any air. Oh, I have a question on Instagram. Hold on, I will answer that question. I have many questions in Russian language, but they are not about the class. Okay, so I'm skipping that part then. Okay, so our exercise. This exercise is helping you to not lose your mouthfill. You have why you're losing mouthfill? Because first, your glottis, your glottis maybe open and air goes into your lungs, so it's like a weakness of the glottis. It's the first thing. Second, it's a difference of pressure. Yeah, your lungs, they compressing and they have little amount of air and they try to suck everything from your mouth. That's why sometimes you're swallowing, because little opening in your glottis just pumping everything into your lungs because of the difference of the pressure. So I'm using here this application. It's called Apnea Tables. Here this application, Apnea Tables. And here I'm choosing the O2 training, but this O2 training will be kind of special. So I will show you so right now here I have 5 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't know if you can see it. 5 minutes, 30 seconds total time of the training. I did it today really quickly for our class. Usually I'm doing this exercise about 30 minutes. And what is that? So we breathing 1 minute, and then we holding breath just 15 seconds. Then we breathing again 1 minute, and then we holding breath 20 seconds. Then again, we're breathing 1 minute, and then 25 seconds breath hold. 1 minute again, breathing, and the last breath hold will be 30 seconds. So total, it will be 5 minutes, 30 seconds. But, so why it's so short? Why it's like that? Trust me, for some of you it will be really hard, because it will be negative breath hold. Negative breath hold, it's when you're doing, so you were breathing, so I'll show you. Then you exhaling fully. After exhale, you closing your nose with your arms, or if you have nose clip, you can use nose clip. So I will show you with the nose clip, so how it's gonna look like. So what I just did, first I exhaled fully, and then I did few reverse packs, the same way as you do in Mouthfill. So you're filling up your mouth with air, and you're releasing this air. You're filling up again, and you're releasing this air. You're filling up again, you're releasing this air. And the last one, when you feel that you don't have any air in your lungs, you're holding your breath. But please be careful with this exercise. If you're starting coughing, or you have really unpleasant feelings, just stop. Don't go too fast in this state. Yeah. So why this exercise is beneficial? Because when you're doing this negative breath hold with the reverse packs, when you put in your lungs to, like, you're removing all the air from your lungs, you still can't remove all the air, but you're removing almost all of it. You're making this negative pressure that you have somewhere over there where you're losing your air. So your lungs right now will try to suck this air from your cheeks. Yeah. And when you're doing this exercise as O2 with the O2 table, you're learning how to hold it longer. And also important part, when you hold in your breath, you have to be maximum relaxed, and you close your eyes or whatever, but be focused on what's going on here. Yeah, so you will feel your lungs, you will feel unpleasant feelings in your lungs, you will feel pressure here, and you will see it's kind of hard. Yes, it's so the question, it puts pressure on your glottis and trains the glottis negative pressure. Yes, it puts a lot of pressure to your glottis, and you're simulating like almost the same, like not the same, but almost the same that you're doing on depth. Yeah. So usually I'm in my apnea table. I have here the screenshot. So the last one I was training for the deep dives, it was 21 minutes total, and I was breathing 2 minutes, and I was starting breath hold at 40 seconds, and I was increasing each breath hold for 20 seconds. So it started at 40 seconds, then 1 minute breath hold, then 120, 140, 2 minutes, 220. So 220, it's impossible almost. It's super hard. Sometimes I was losing my breath hold, I wasn't able to continue this table after like 2 minutes. And every time breathing is 2 minutes here in this table. But this is like very advanced, but you can increase amount of breathing and amount of breath hold with the time when you feel that it's working for you. Okay, now we're gonna do together. Oh, do you have any questions about this? Let me read the. Okay, let me. Celia, you have question. I don't understand how I mix the two. What do you mean?
The two exercise, because I don't know, because sometimes I'm going out, my connection is not good. You are mixing the O2 table and the negative pressure. When you take your mouthfill, you say you take your mouthfill with empty lungs after 1 minute.
So I'm doing O2 table with the empty lungs with the negative pressure. Okay. Okay. So it's like regular O2 table if you're practicing negative. O2 table, but it's negative. So that's why it's very short, because it's kind of hard. Do you breathe after active exhale? Valerio, you can unmute yourself because I don't understand the question. You can tell me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I wanted to ask, you do a full exhale or not full? So you mean you take out all the air you have in your lungs, or you kind of keep a little bit?
You talking about the exercise, or you talking about the mouthfill in general?
No, about the exercise.
Yeah, so in the exercise, I'm exhaling fully until it's like empty here. So it's like, it looks like that. So I'm exhaling fully, and then I'm doing reverse packing to make pressure in my cheeks. And when I'm doing first 1-2 reverse packs, I'm releasing air because it's too much pressure already, and I'm refilling. I'm continuing to refill to have a lot of pressure here and almost no air in my lungs. But I want to remind you guys, if you starting to cough or you have unpleasant feeling here, don't push too much. Okay.
Thank you. Clear.
Okay. Okay. So now, I have Mark. You wanna ask question?
Yes. When you are, thank you for your video. I mean, but just when you exhale, are you in Uddiyana? I mean, the diaphragm is completely up, like in Uddiyana, or are you try to relax the diaphragm?
So no, it's not like that. So Uddiyana Bandha, you using for stretching mostly, like for flexibility, and here you have to be just in a comfort position. So you don't have to do anything connected to yoga right now. Only the focusing, only mental focusing on what you're doing. Okay.
Okay.
Because if you will have any tense over here, if you will like do like a lot of inhale, I mean like these movements, it will be tension, and your breath hold will be shorter. It will be less comfortable. Okay. So if it's no questions, let's practice now the actual breath hold together, and it will be not that hard, but you will see. So sometimes it will be a little bit hard. So now it's starting to breathe, and I'm pressing start.
Breath.
So it's starting breath. Just 1 minute. We are just breathing. Just normal tidal breathing without anything crazy. Just try to relax, maximum relaxation as possible. "30 seconds.
Fifteen seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and breath.
After each breath hold, also practice the recovery breathing, because recovery breathing is very important to do unconsciously every time. Now we're breathing 1 minute again.
Fifteen seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and breath.
Also, during your breath hold, the negative breath hold, you can pump your ears a little bit if you feel like you can simulate the way how you like free falling. When you're free falling, you
15
pump it.
seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and breath.
I just had a little bit burning feeling. It means your lungs, like, they feel it, and it's like the same feeling you have under the water, but because of the mammalian dive reflex, you feel it less. And also, if you're not focusing on that feelings, you also like not really feeling that. It depends. Some people feeling, some people
15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop.
So this is 5 minutes, 30 seconds. So who did it with me together? What's your thoughts? What did you feel?
Great exercise. Thank you.
Okay.
I have also one of the exercises that I heard also about this. You can do almost the same without the mouthfill. Okay, you can hold your breath on negative pressure, create the same negative pressure as you created, and just open your mouth. This way, you cannot cheat. You only could stop the airflow entering the lungs only with your glottis and not with your lips. Like it's another.
It sounds also good.
Yeah.
But the purpose here is simulate mouthfeel, like
Yeah.
when you're going down. So you can
Yeah.
pump, you can check like what you can. Also, like to make it harder, you can release air slowly. So it's one of the ways. So like, sorry, I will switch to my.
Exactly, to simulate the depth condition, like
Yeah,
you're getting deeper and deeper. Yeah.
Yeah, on the negative O2 tables, like when I did this exercise with a 2 minutes breath hold and up to 220, the negative breath hold with the exhaling slowly, I mean like releasing the air slowly, it was so hard. You can imagine that. But it's really helping. It's really helping to not lose your air on the way down. And it's really helping to improve your mouthfeel because you kind of in the similar conditions dry. Yeah. Usually, by the way, usually I'm doing not in the sitting position. Usually I'm laying down in my bed because it's more comfortable position and just like focusing on the mouthfeel and stuff like that. And any other questions, guys? Like
Great exercise. Thank you.
Thank you. Celia, you have question?
Again, questions. What I find, don't know if it's funny. It's just like when it was easier if I was doing the equalization in the same time, that if my hair was like full, I find difficult, like it looks like I want to explode and just to open it. So it was like easier. And if I was doing it at the same time equalization, it was easier.
Okay.
So it was just.
You mean when you did like pumps, right?
No, when you stop, when you're doing the breath hold. If I keep it like this, it looks like, oh, it's very hard. And if I start to equalize, it's easier.
It's a little bit easier.
So if I don't know if it was part of the exercise to equalize at the same time.
Yeah. So you
yes.
so talking about equalizing, you mean you were pumping, right? Like you did like.
Yes, maybe. Yes,
yeah?
I don't know the names. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yes, it is a little bit easier. You know why? Because you're simulating your free fall, and during your free fall, you keeping your mouth, your air in your mouth, and you equalizing. That's why it's more like natural. Okay, like I mean for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and the exercise, was it like with the like this? Because first I was keeping it and it was like, oh my god, oh, it looks like, or can we equalize two at the same time?
But but if you practice this exercise also like every other day, you don't have to do it every day because it's kind of tiring. but every other day, or maybe a one time, like when like for example, like 3 times a week or something like that, it will help also to understand how you holding your breath. You will be able to increase the amount of the length of the breath hold and stuff like that. Okay, so now before finishing, I will give you guys one more secret, one more thing. Maybe you already know this secret, maybe not, I don't know. So I had big problems on the competition in France, because there we had like crazy thermocline. The temperature was dropping from like 25 degrees by Celsius to like 12, 15, 10 sometimes. It was crazy. And what I did the same tables what we have here, but in the shower. So I just sitting like this in the shower, and I'm doing the breathing, then I'm doing the breath hold with a full mouthfill, and I was turning on the cold water from the shower at the moment of when I'm holding my breath. And it's insane. It's simulating almost the same feeling when you shocked in the thermocline, but with a shower. And at the beginning, I was losing my mouthfeel right away in the shower. So I was using the same cold water that they have in the ocean, because water comes from underground, and the same water goes from underground to the ocean, and in the same place, if you're using cold water, it will be approximately the same temperature that in the ocean, if it makes sense. So I was using just cold water, that just turn on the cold water, and like it was crazy. But what I learned, and what was like with that exercise, after maybe 5 days of training like that with the cold water in the shower, I was able to not lose my air in the ocean. So it's one more thing that you can use for you if you have problems with the thermoclines. And also I was testing in the shower with my hand like this, without, and it's also, if you will do the same, you will see the difference. With your hand, you will not lose your mouthfeel. Without hand, you will lose your mouthfeel if it's cold water. Okay, thank you so much everyone for listening to me today, and hopefully this was very helpful, and thank you for joining. And oops, probably I pressed on mute all. It probably was a mistake a little bit. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to share anything right now, we still have a few minutes, and then we're finishing.
Yeah, thank you for all your advice. And I'm from Marseille, France, so I understand what you say about thermocline. It's a very good idea. Can you just repeat the name of the app, please, or if you can spell it, because I didn't really hear it.
Yeah, it's apnea. So first word apnea, yeah, and second word tables. Apnea tables, and it's with like a dolphin on the icon.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, I can probably share in the chat let me try to everyone. Copy link. Okay, I shared the link in the chat. It's for iPhone, but for Android you also can find those applications. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Like yeah, in Australia it's also can be hard. Okay. Oh, Austria. Okay, not Australia. Okay, thank you guys, and I don't know. Maybe I will put this class on my YouTube, maybe not. I will think about that, because today was a lot of secret information about everything. Okay, so thank you so much, and
thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you for sharing.
Okay, thank you for watching. Спасибо за то, что смотрели. And have a good day.